I bought a Mavic Air in 2024. Let me tell you why in this video. The first reason why I bought the Mavic Air in 2024 is the price. I bought this second hand for only 200 bucks, and this is a Fly More combo. You have this beautiful carrying bag. We got obviously the remote control, the drone, and inside have the charger plus a multi-charger and 2 extra batteries. So I have 3 batteries in total that give me plenty of flight time. And being so cheap, well, that means I don't need to worry that much in case of crashing. You see, I had this drone quite a few years ago. I even reviewed it on my channel. You can click and watch this review right now or later on after I finish this video. There is also going to be links in the description down below. When I bought this drone originally, when it just launched, it was a lot more expensive. I believe somewhere around like $700 or $800. And now being only $200, that means that if it happens that I crash, and that happens a lot with drones, well, I don't need to worry that much because the Fly More combo is only 200 bucks right now. If I crash this and I need to replace the aircraft itself, that's maybe only 100 bucks. Now, it still sucks that I lose 100 bucks because I crashed my drone, but it's a lot better than losing 600 or 800 depending on what drone you have. This drone also has active track, and it's actually quite effective. It starts tracking me from the front and it starts going around me and end up tracking me from the back. Even though I was on a rather small road without any pavement and with walls on each side, it did manage not to crash, which it is very impressive. Once I got to an open area, I let it go around me as still tracking me, but it couldn't keep up with the speed of my electric skateboard, which was somewhere around 15 to 20 kilometers per hour. And even though I was in the middle of nowhere, I still managed to get kicked out of there.
Okay. Oh, guys.
3, 2, 1.
After going to a more secluded location, I got a chance to test the quick shots. And this is one of the reasons I bought this drone, to film myself. And there is no better way to film yourself than with quick shots. We have quite a few effects: droning, circle, helix, rockets, and my favorite, boomerang, which does an impeccable work of showing your character and revealing the background and going back into your character. Another good reason for me to buy this drone, besides the price and the quick shots, well, it is also the fact that it's one of the very few drones that you can control it just by using your smartphone. You don't need to take the remote control with you everywhere you go. But there are some limitations. It is not so easy to fly like if you have the remote control. It's basically like playing a video game. But the drone is in the air and you can still crash it, so there is always a bit of a risk. The other problem with flying only using the smartphone is there are some altitude limitations and speed limitations as well. But you can still access all the quick shots directly from your smartphone. And because you don't have the remote control with you when doing the quick shots, you can quickly slide the phone into your pocket and it looks like you have a cameraman. And even better than using it just with my phone, well, it's gesture control. Believe it or not, this is one of the very few drones that have gesture control, and it's actually really good. It is very helpful and I like using it since I use the drone mostly to film myself in situations in which I need basically a cameraman, but well, sometimes I'm just by myself. Well, this is one of the best ways in which you can film yourself. There are a few reasons. First, because you're totally hands-free, so if you have to do something with your hands, well, you can just gesture, control the drone in one direction, the other one, control the altitude, the distance, all by gesture. And then what you can do is activate the active track, and then the drone starts following you around. But there is something very specific about doing that with gesture control, is that the active track can do it at a very low altitude, basically below eye level. So the drone will fly very close to the ground while tracking you, and it does a pretty good job at it. But it's not all great with the Mavic Air. I think the image quality is when this drone kind of falls apart, no pun intended. It is soft, even in 4K. The 4K actually is almost the same like the 1080p. I tried both, and as a matter of fact in this video I'm using a mix of both. See if you can actually spot when it's 1080 and when it's 4K. Honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between one and the other. On top of being soft, it has a pretty bad codec. Your editing software might struggle with this. And on top of being soft, it has relatively low contrast when dealing with direct sunlight or very strong sources of light going directly into the camera. And the dynamic range is also very poor. And don't even get me started on low light situations. The image completely falls apart, even for pictures. Honestly, I don't want to criticize this drone too harsh because it's just $200. But another issue that I found with this drone is that even though the batteries seems to be recycled, well, they don't give you enough flight time. So the original Mavic Air, when I bought it a few years ago, it will give me somewhere around 19 minutes of flight. They claim 20, but yeah, it depends on weather conditions, if it's too windy and the way you fly. But currently I'm getting somewhere around 14 or 15 minutes. Even so, I have 3 batteries. I think for me it's enough, but something that you should consider if you're planning to buy a second-hand drone. Batteries might be not as healthy as you think they are, but all in all, I consider that I got an amazing drone that maybe can fit on my pocket. Even if I don't want to fit it on my pocket, it's easily to take on any backpack. I can fly directly from my smartphone at any time. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the Mavic Air, and I think if you're planning on purchasing a second-hand drone like the one I have, I think you're gonna be very happy too. Okay guys, if you somehow enjoyed this video, found it informational, make sure to click like, comment in the section down below what do you think about the Mavic Air in 2024. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. Okay, that's it for me. Adios amigos.